Hey there, I'm Steve, and this is the EBD Show, the read along companion to my book, The Enough Bucket, a field guide for learning designers suffering from enough bucket dysmorphia. If this is your first time here, welcome. You're safe, and I see you. If you're coming back for more, well, welcome back. You've definitely found your people. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. Welcome home.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show.
Hello, folks. Welcome to this week's episode of the EBD Show, part of the Enough Bucket, a field guide for learning designers suffering from enough bucket dysmorphia. This week is no different to any other week. We are rolling on episode 8, and we are into chapter 6 of the book. And this week it's a doozy, and it's symptomatically and situationally a doozy. And I mean, that is such a really cool thing to think about, is that over the last couple of weeks, and at the time of recording this, it's the 21st of October, 2025, Captain's Log, AI is coming for us, folks. And every day for probably the last couple of weeks, something new has come out that's just made me even go, whoa, that is freaking awesome. And there's two things that happen. One, you have to stay on top of it. Number two, you have to be aware of EBD flare-ups from shiny object syndrome and interactivity fever. Do you all remember? I think I remember vividly when Vyond came out. And if you don't know what Vyond is, are you even a learning designer? It makes you look cool by doing stock animation. When Vyond came out and I showed it to someone, they're like, I want a Vyond video. No, I want one. No, I want one. And then Vyond became like a noun, and everyone wanted a Vyond video, even if they didn't really need it. And more importantly, the learners certainly didn't need it. But a little bit like kitchen sink syndrome and a few of the other ones, which is just because we can doesn't mean we should. But interactivity fever is not throwing the kitchen sink. It's you've learned something new, and then your ego gets in the way and you want to just show off what you know. And so you find the latest voice AI, you find the latest code block in Articulate Rise, and then you start to just vomit it in everything that you do. But you forget along the way, is it the best thing for the learner? Does the learner actually need this? So this chapter is an absolute banger, and I can't wait to dive into it. But just remember, folks, these are symptoms, and symptoms of EBD have differing levels of severity. And the idea is that you catch yourself before they get too severe. And so if you're an interactivity fever machine, or if you're coming down with a bit of interactivity fever, then maybe this is your chance to stop, reflect, and adjust. Let's get into it. Chapter 6, Interactivity Fever, baby. You get a slider, you get a hotspot, everyone gets a bloody accordion. The picture in this case, self-explanatory. Set the scene. You've just mastered a new articulate feature. Your brain lights up like a slot machine hitting the jackpot. You drag your first interactive element onto the slide, and suddenly you're interaction man or woman, armed with triggers, variables, and the unshakable belief that static content is dead. Everything, and I mean everything becomes drag and drop. Every sentence needs a slider to reveal it. Your welcome screen now sounds like Mario Kart on a ketamine bender, complete with custom animations that would make a Vegas casino jealous. Welcome to Interactivity Fever, baby, where you become a caffeinated authoring tool virtuoso with no adult supervision and an Evolve license that's gone to your head. Symptom diagnosis. Interactivity Fever is what happens when you discover the shiny feature of your authoring tool and decide that everything needs to be interactive. You're not building learning, you're building a tech demo disguised as education. Oh, I've been there so many times, folks. You've just learned how to make buttons spin. Suddenly, every button spins. Preach. Yes, this is my symptom. You discovered branching scenarios. Everything becomes choose your own adventure, including the bloody navigation. You start measuring success by how many clicks something requires instead of how much someone learns. Your SCORM 2004 packages become larger than Netflix downloads, packed with more animations than a Pixar film. My epic fail. This will be a good one. I turned company values into a 29-minute interactive theme park. Learners came for integrity. They left with RSI from excessive drag and drop exercises and a deep fear of animated buttons. There were 5 values. No one remembered a single one, but I did, and I still hold to this day the compliments I got on the slickness of the UX. The internal dialogue. Static content is literally violence. Clicks equal engagement. #science. This isn't training, it's art. I'm not building modules, I'm crafting experiences. Dragging builds neural pathways. Hover states are the Hover states are the future of human connection. If it doesn't spin, it's not learning. PowerPoint is for peasants. Interactivity separates legends from losers. Why read when you can drag? Oh, gosh. My cup is full, folks. And I've got EBD. Reality check. I just wanted to know the company values. Why am I playing some weird corporate video game? Your interactions are pretty, yes, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do differently at work. They weren't learning. They were trapped in an interactive hellscape with no map, no logic, and a quiz that made them drag tiny icons into boxes that was like a Fisher-Price toy for overachievers. Early warning signs. You add interactions because you learned how to build them. Your modules have more animations than educational content. You measure engagement by clicks instead of comprehension. You feel personally offended when someone suggests static content. You use phrases like immersive learning experience. Recovery actions. The interaction hierarchy. Ask, is this essential, helpful, decorative, or distracting? Only use essential and helpful. The plain text test. Remove all interactions. Does the learning still work? If yes, you don't need the bells and whistles. The mobile reality check. Use your module on a phone with 3G, if you can find it. If it's painful, you've overdone it. The learning first rule. Before adding interaction, ask, does this serve the learning outcome or does it serve my ego? Really good one. Interactions are like chili. Use just enough and it can wake the dish up. Use too much and people cry and question their life choices. Your job is to teach, not to audition for a motion graphic portfolio. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I guess I need to go and admit myself into the EBD ward because I have interactivity fever, baby. And I don't think I'm sad or mad about it. I just feel sorry for the people that have been in my life for the last couple of weeks because, yeah, I've definitely found some new cool shit and I have been jamming it down people's throats. Anyone that'll listen, in fact. And it's not coming. It's the beautiful thing. It's the beautiful thing about EBD and all these symptoms. And I hope you realize this, folks, is that there's nothing wrong with you. And these symptoms come from the most beautiful place ever. And it's from care. And the clutter of care from last week is a really great indicator of that. However, just because you care doesn't mean it's going to have a positive impact on the learner. And so I love that I love the early warning signs of interactivity fever. You add them just because you learned how to build them. The modules have more animations. The measure of engagement by clicks instead of comprehension. Personally offended when someone suggests static content. There's nothing wrong with static content, folks. And it comes back to asking the question, what does the learner actually need here? Because sometimes, just sometimes, folks, a checklist or a cheat sheet will do. It won't win you awards. You won't be able to put it on your LinkedIn or your portfolio without shuddering about how ugly or disgusting it's going to look. And yeah, you won't win a LearnX award for it, but that's okay. I think the recovery actions of this module, super, super cool. The learning for first rule. Before adding any interaction, ask, does this serve the learning outcome or does this serve my ego? And remember, folks, that interactions are like chili. Use enough to bring out the other flavors. But if you use too much, folks, it's no longer about deliciousness. It's about survival. And that's what we can do when we over-prioritize our ego and our interactivity library or our interaction library and forget who we're building for. Folks, let me know hashtag EBD where some of your interactivity fever is at and how hot is your interactivity fever temperature. But remember this very, very, very important message, folks. You're not broken. You've just got EBD. See you next Tuesday, folks. Bye for now.
You're not broken, you've just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show.